What is going on, guys? This is Wes, and today we are going to talk about the Astro A50, the fourth generation that just came out around June 2019. I noticed that a lot of people are having issues saying that the volume is kind of low, they're having all sort of issues. So since mine is working pretty well, so I decided that I'm gonna show you guys how I set mine up to make sure that it's working right, and that way you guys can check it out and try it out and see if that can work for you as well. So I am not going to say it's going to be 100% guarantee going to fix everybody's problem, but at least if it helps one or two people out there, I think it's worth it. So um, as you know, with the new generation, it's pretty much the same as the third generation. Fourth generation and the third generation, pretty much the same. But with the Xbox One, the it's all black right now, and then instead of having the green one. But this is how you set it. You set it up. Now, if you're having issues that the volume is not working and that kind of stuff, you got to make sure that you go inside the app, the Astro Command Center app, and then from there you can make some adjustments. So now there are two different ways that you can do that, and then the first way that I would suggest that you do that, it's by downloading the Astro Command Center app and then put it on your computer, and then do it that way. So providing that you already have all the setup, all the cable hooked up the way that Astro requires you to hook it up, and then we're gonna start. So the first thing we're gonna do is let's do the one for the Xbox. Now, Xbox, you can also download the app on Xbox. Now, to do that on Xbox, so you basically go to the Microsoft Store, right? And then go down and do a search, and then type in, and let's make sure this thing come up. And then typing Astro, start typing Astro, right? And then as soon as you close to typing Astro, it'll show up. And then you'll see that the Astro Command Center is right here. So you just click on it, and it's going to give you the option to install it if you haven't installed it. Now, once you install it, then you can start messing with the setup. It is the same thing that you can do on PC. So all the steps that I'm taking here is the same about the PC. So now, say that I want to launch it, and it's gonna tell you to connect whatever you need to connect, and then if it's the PC, it's gonna tell you to connect the PC. But if you already have the stuff set up on PC, when you hook it up to the Xbox, then it's gonna show. So this is what the app looks like when you pull it up, and after you update the firmware and everything, right? So you can see around. So now the first thing you can look right now you might be wondering, why I have a cursor like that, since it's the Xbox cursor. So you just got to make sure this is checked. It says show pointer. So if it says show pointer, then you have it. But if that doesn't show, then this is what it's going to look like. You know what I mean? You're not going to be able to see the pointer that you just see me doing. It's going to come back up because that's the way this thing works. So every time you make a change, it just goes away. So, but as you can see, you can just with my controller, with the Xbox controller, I can move left and right and do everything the same thing. But I think it is easier if you put it on, if you go to settings and then you go and say show pointer. And then if it say the show pointer, then you're going to have this cursor, like a mouse keyboard kind of thing like you were on the computer. So it makes it a lot easier, in my opinion. See, this is what you're seeing right now. So then I can just, just point to stuff, click on stuff. All right, now let's go over the setup. I put mine on the second one. It's EQ2. That's the Pro Plus. That's what I use. That's what I mess with. I don't mess with anything else because that's what works for me. It works pretty good. Like, you can choose to do Astro or Studio or whatever, but it all depends on your preference. So it's all about your preference, right? So again, I put my on Pro Plus, which is Equalizer 2. So now the first tab you will see it's the Equalizer tab, right? So that's the Equalizer presets. So that's what we're gonna set up. Now, what you can do in here, you can make the changes and like that. Just kind of move it around and all that kind of stuff. If you move it, it'll change and all that kind of stuff. Or you can just go in here and then just type the number that you want. You know what I mean? So you can do that. So basically, you can copy the numbers that I have here if you want some good sound, but it's a matter of preference how you want to do it. This is what works for me. So if you want to copy this and then just do that. So for the equalizer presets, I have 5 dB on the first bar, and I get minus 2 dB on the second bar, and I have minus 1 dB on the third bar, and then I got the number 7 dB on the fourth bar, and then on the fifth bar I got number 1, which is 1 dB. That works great for me. The sound is great. I don't have any volume problem. It works fine. And so now let's move over to the microphone. Now, before we go to the microphone, bear in mind that you down there, you also have the advanced setting. I don't mess with that, but you can check it out and see what it looks like. And then if you want to mess with it, if you click on the advanced setting, it's going to give you a warning, tell you that, it's for a professional and that kind of stuff. So, even if you hit OK, it's going to show up. And then if you don't like it, just back out of it. You know what I mean? Just back out. Because basically anything that you do is going to require you to make a change, right? And to make the change, it's going to tell you to sync it to your device. So whatever change you make, if you want to sync it to your device, that means you put your headset on the base station, and then you click sync to device, and then so whatever change you make on the app, it will go to your headset. So whatever setting you have, you go to your headset. All right, so now back to the microphone. We're gonna go to microphone tab. This is how I get my microphone tab set up. Now, a lot of people say, they can't hear them, or, all that kind of stuff, or the teammates can hear them while they're playing games. So this is how I got mine set up. So look at the bar, how far I got. It doesn't have a number, but you can see, just put it around there, so you should be good. Or you can max it out all the way there, because, then you might be too loud for your friends, but you never know. But if you're having issues, just test it out with some friends and see how loud they can hear you, and then you can adjust from there. You know what I mean? But this is where I got mine. It seems to work pretty good. I never had any complaint from my teammates saying that I'm too loud and stuff like that. So then it's just adjust it based on your voice, the way you speak. If you speak loud, then, maybe you might have it needed a little bit lower, but it's up to you. And then for the side tone, I normally don't mess with that. So I put it in halfway, you know what I mean? So it's okay. The side tone is allow you to hear yourself, but it could be very annoying, but it's a matter of preference. And then now, as far as the noise gate, right? So different people are going to have different preference. And, for me, I put mine on 9, right? So mine is on night. So night, because I normally play sometime at night and when my wife's sleeping or whatnot. So I just want to make sure that, I'm as quiet as possible. So I use night, but you can use whichever option that you want. You know what I mean? And then each option will tell you, it will give you a little definition of what it is when you doing it on the computer. But on the Xbox, it's not showing. It doesn't give you a description, whatnot. But when you do it on the computer, it tells you what the night option does, what the home option does, and what the tournament option does, and what the streaming option does. I don't really mess with the streaming. I just keep mine on night, and it's working fine. All right, so that's all for the microphone setup. Now, the other tab that is there is the setting tabs. And the setting tabs, it shows you the voice and the game volume. I have mine set up right in the middle, so it's balanced. So that's the balance between the game and the voice. But for the alert volume, I got it all the way to max. It's just pretty much that's how the default setting is. But you can switch it around to to whatever you want. But again, with the Astro, on the ear cups, you also have the options to increase the game sound or the voice sound, so you can fix it up there. So it would be the same thing. All right, so that is all for all the tabs, all the different tabs you can mess with. And again, like I said, you once you have changes, you just can sync it to the device and make sure your headset is sitting on the dock which is the base station, and then it'll go, every change that you make will go to the headset. Then you can do that over and over. But since I didn't make any change, I just cleared it. I'll just clear the changes, and then that way I don't mess with this setup that I already have. Now when you look up here, same thing. When you're on the computer, you just do the same thing, right? Just make sure you check this where it says check for Astro Command Center updates at launch. That means every time you launch the app, it'll check for update, and then it'll do it automatically. Just make sure you check those three. But it all depends on what you want to do. But that's basically all for the app, what you can do with the app. But the last thing I want to tell you guys is the fact that when you buy the new generation of Astro A50, it also comes with a 2-year activation for Dolby Atmos. If you don't know what Dolby Atmos is, it's a very big sound, 3D audio sound that you can use to have some of the awesome sound from movies and music, or some of the games, all that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna show you how I got mine set up. And that way, if you want to do the same thing, if you want to use Dolby Atmos, you can. You don't have to, because the headset come with Dolby in already, so you don't have to. So when you go to your settings, go to display and sound, and then you go to the audio output. Just normally, you would have here you would have, some people can do stereo uncompressed for normal sound if they don't have Dolby Atmos. But if you have Dolby Atmos, or if you don't have an Astro headset, you can use this option. So you can still have some great sound if you don't have one of those headset that come with that, those things. So you can do Windows Sonic. That's pretty much any headset, a stereo headset can give you that sound. But since I got Dolby Atmos, so that's the option I chose. And then you see it'll cancel out any kind of option you have on the left side that you can see kind of grayed out. So everything, it goes to Dolby Atmos, and it says all audio is optimized for headset right now. Once you unplug your headset, it'll go back to normal. So that's basically how it is. And then once you've done all of that, now if you wanna check out the Dolby Atmos, how it sounds, you just got to go to the Dolby Access, and then you just check out some of the sample they have, like for instance, the World of Warcraft sample they have, which can be pretty awesome when you're listening to this thing. You know what I mean? It is pretty awesome. You know what I mean? So, and that's basically all we have for this. And I know a lot of people were having issues, and I hope this may help some people. And then if it does help any of you, I will be more than happy. So if you like the video, just please don't forget to leave a like, and just make a comment, subscribe. And then I'm a gamer, so I like a good headphone. And then I also do I also play some games and make video games, guys, and all that kind of stuff. So I want to have some good sound and some good headset. And I know having problem can be very frustrating. So that's the reason why I decided to make this video, so I can help out some people that might be having issues. Anyway, guys, that's all I have, and I hope it works out for you, and have fun. Have a good day. Thank you guys for watching.